All right, I think recording has started.
All right, sounds good. Oh yeah. All right, so let's go. So should I make it maybe a bit bigger?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, I am on this 4K screen. It's really big. All right, so we have this main.tf file. That's this vanilla file I talked to you about. So just lots of AWS resources that depend
Okay.
on, root table depends on AWS VPC, which is defined somewhere else in the file. And there are things to make it work with a local stack. So this is just a test environment.
Okay.
And so we can compute the list of dependencies of some resources. So for example, if you want to obtain the dependencies of this resource, so Lambda private, that's this one. So it depends on AWS VPC, NAT gateway, and those in turn depend on other stuff. So you can execute the SGS CLI test command, the test command, the clone subcommand, and then you give the resource labels. We can actually delete the quotes, and you give the file as parameter to --terraform at the end.
Right.
So this outputs the subset of this file that you need, so that you need to redeploy if you want to change this resource.
Okay.
So let's.
All right. So yeah, we just got a subset of all the resources here.
Yes, and it's the same as, it's the same content, basically just a subset, and slightly reformatted. For example, the keys in maps have quotes because we normalize them when we do that.
Yep.
And so if we just take this file, no, I'm not going to do it like this. Let's just put this in foo.tf. That's a smaller file, and then override, replace the main.tf file. Yes, and if I plan, it's going to, so as I said, it doesn't terminate, but because I'm running local stack locally, yeah, it's up. Normally,
okay, so it doesn't like syntax error at least, or say, oh, there's some output.
Yeah, so it's waiting for some answers from AWS.
Okay.
Because I don't have the pro account for local stack, the API doesn't answer, so it's stuck.
Okay.
But it doesn't, it should work. It's just that the endpoints are not responsive, and so it's blocked waiting. And if I cancel it, it will say, yeah, I was doing stuff. But I wasn't.
All right, well, there's a plan there at least of what it did figure out.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so it planned stuff indeed, but then it even tells you, hey, some output, but then it doesn't terminate.
Great.
And if we can also we can compare the two files actually. Let me revert this one. So the main.tf, compute the dependencies again, put it in foo, and then I've never done this too much. Vim diff, oh, that's nvim --diff, main.tf, foo.tf. Let me check how on this, so that we see the two files are related. So that's -d. So you see here, provider is the same, slightly reformatted. Or you don't? No, do you? Yeah, you see my
yep.
mouse. And part of, and so the things that are not required to change this resource are just omitted. So that's the blank lines in particular at the end, because this resource, it's kind of in the middle of the file, and the file is somehow ordered, even if Terraform files don't need to be ordered.
All right, great. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So that's pretty
So
much
what are
it.
the next steps
Um,
for this
so-
cone functionality?
So the next steps is that I need to check it's correct on bigger files. So this one is already, I think, representative, but I need to run it on multiple files to check that it doesn't crash. I mean, it's not going to crash, but it could maybe be incomplete, yield an incomplete cone of dependencies. And then I need to support multiple modules, so files referencing different modules. I'm going to look at this right away.
Okay, great.
And as I said yesterday, I think shouldn't be too complicated as long as we keep a simple structure of top-level blocks, like either a big list of top-level blocks with annotation from which file do they come, or we have a list of top-level entries.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
I'm more tempted to go with one single flat list, because for all the algorithm, just iterating union and so on, if you have the extra layer, you have to deal with it everywhere. Whereas if we attach to every top level block from where it comes, we can easily reify the different blocks to the different files, and the treatments stay uniform. So that's my preference, but I need to look into it.
Okay, great. Thank you for the demo. Let me see, stop recording.